everyone, Lauren here with Coastal Body, your Pilates and barre experts. And I'm here with my great friend Courtney Hutton, who is a leading barre instructor in our community. She leads teacher training for other barre studios and is just an awesome girl. So she's gonna help us out today.
Thanks, Lauren. All right, everybody, we got a 45-minute class for you today, just so you know that it doesn't take a lot of time to get a full body workout. So start by just standing up nice and tall, feet parallel. Let's take a big inhale, reach up to the ceiling, and exhale, lower the arms back down. One more time. Big inhale, exhale, lower, and start to lift your knees, right, then left, right, left. Stack your arms in front of your chest. Good. Think about lifting the crown of the head to the ceiling, shoulders pushing down the back, abs pulling in and up. Point the toes. Start to press your arms down towards your thighs. As the leg comes up, the arms push down. Press, press. Keep breathing. Stay just like this, or maybe add a twist. So rotate your arms towards the outside of your thigh. Reach, twisting from the waist. Standing up nice and tall. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Come to the back of your mat or step about a full body's length away. Reach your arms up to the ceiling, chin to the chest, round down. Bend the knees when you need to and walk your hands out to your level of plank. Shoulders out of the ears, tailbone curled under. Big inhale and exhale. Press your hips up to the ceiling, pushing your heels down towards the floor, getting a nice stretch. Slowly bring your body forward, coming back into your plank. You can always lower down to one or both knees if you need to. You can stay right here or point your right toes, lifting your foot up off the floor and tiny little squeezes up. Lift, squeezing from your seat, reaching out through your toes. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot lowers. Other side, point the left toes, lift the foot, little squeezes up. Stay strong in the center of the body, crown of the head reaching forward. 4, 3, 2, 1. Left foot down, bend your knees to the floor, open, and sit your hips back, stretching back. Big inhale, big exhale. Let your head sink down towards the floor. Shift your body weight forward again. This time we're going to come into a forearm plank. So your elbows come underneath your shoulders. Step one foot back, tailbone curls under. Step your other foot back, pull your chest through your arms. Curl the tailbone under. Lift your heels and let your chest come even more forward. Again, you can always lower a knee if you need more back support. You can stay right here or start to pedal your knees. Bend right, then left. Right, then left. Try to keep your hips still. And then double time. Take it right, left, right, left. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold on 1. Let's take it to a side plank. Bend your left forearm in. Heels rotate to your left. And right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. You can stagger your feet. You can stack your legs. Or you can bend your top knee and step that foot in front of your bottom leg for more support. Whatever works for you. Lift your hips up a little higher, and from here start to pulse your hips up to the ceiling. Lift. Keep reaching your arm forward, and lift. For 4, 3, 2, hold on 1. Big inhale, exhale, come back to your center plank. Chest forward, reset your shoulders. Let's go to the other side. Bend your right forearm in, heels to the right, left arm up. Again, you can stagger the feet, stack them, or prop your top foot in front of your bottom leg for more support. Lift your hips up another inch and tiny pulses up. Lift, lift. Try to pull the right rib cage up off the floor even more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center and hold your forearm plank. Chest forward, hips under. Hold 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees to the floor, sit your hips back, stretch your arms out nice and long. Big inhale, big exhale, blow all that air out. Shift your weight forward again. Let's go into some push-ups. We're gonna stay on the knees today. Bring your hands a little bit wider than your shoulders. And then step your knees back. Push your hips forward. You wanna be off of your kneecaps, but be careful that you don't sink into your low back. So back of the body is nice and strong. Tailbone curled under, shoulders out of the ears. Feel the front of your rib cage knit together, and we bend the elbows nice and wide. Bend down, press up. Inhale, exhale. Neck is nice and long. Lead with your chest. You can stay like this, or if you want an added challenge, pick your right knee up off the floor. Bend and press. Bend and press. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Switch out your knees, left knee up. Bend and press. Inhale, exhale. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Both knees down, reset. Shoulders out of the ears, heels pull into your seat, tailbone under. Soften your elbows, come down to your low point of control. Just hold for a second. And tiny pulses up. Lift 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press all the way back. Big stretch. Roll yourself up. Swing your legs around in front of you so you come to a seated position for reverse push-ups. Bend your knees. Your knees and feet are about hip bone distance apart. Flex your feet so your heels are digging into the floor. Bring your hands behind you. Make sure your hands are pointing forward and not rotated around. So fingers towards your seat. Shoulders back, chest is open. You can keep your seat flat on the floor, or if you're up for it, hover your seat up off the floor. The important thing here is to keep the shoulders out of your ears and chest nice and open. Elbows are going straight back. Bend, extend. Bend, extend. Good. Think about your elbows coming close together when they bend behind you. Bend and press. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it low on 1. Now squeeze your elbows in. Squeeze in like you want them to touch each other behind you. Press 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Little pulses up. Lift 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten your arms all the way. Push your hips up to the ceiling. Big stretch between the shoulders. Slowly lower your seat all the way down to the floor. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Rotate your wrists out. Big inhale to lift up to the ceiling, and exhale, fold forward. Just let your head drop. Roll yourself up. Bend your knees, cross your ankles, come up to standing. We're gonna do some arm work. If you have weights, grab them. We're just using light weights. 2s or 3s will do. You can also use no weights for this whole sequence. We're gonna start with the feet about hip distance apart. Soften your knees. Drop your tailbone under, so keep the low back nice and long. Bring your elbows right up in front of your shoulders. Make sure your elbows don't bow out to the side. So think about squeezing a soccer ball between your forearms. Then from here, just tiny pushes up, up. So you're not going very far. As your elbows reach up, your shoulders are pulling down the back. Press, press. Just warming up the shoulders. Nice normal breath here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up on 1. Extend the arms long and then bend. Extend and bend. So try to keep your elbows at the same height, like your elbows are on a table and you're setting those weights or your fists down on the table. Extend and bend. Extend and bend. 4 more. Reach, bend. 4, reach, 3, 2. Last one. Hold them up. Open and close. Open, press, close. Open, press, close. Your forearms don't have to come all the way to touch. You're trying to see how close you can get your arms without letting your shoulders shrug up to your ears. And squeeze. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold your arms open. We're going overhead. Press up, pull down. Reach and pull. Try to add resistance in both directions, like you're pushing through water. Reach and pull. Press and bend. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it low on 1. Imagine you have the elbows on the table again. You're going to lower the waist down to the table and back up. Press and lift. Just rotating from the shoulder. Your arms stay in the same shape the whole time. Lower and lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it on 1. From the waist, you're going to hinge forward. Elbows towards the ceiling. Flatten out your back. Put your weight in your heels. Tiny little lifts up. Up. Think about squeezing your shoulder blades together. Lift. Lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now full range of motion. Press the arms down. Pull back. Reach and pull. Keeping with that same resistance, really controlling the movement. Extend and bend. Reach, pull. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up on 1. Fold your elbows into your sides. Lift your elbows high. Place your fists right on your seat behind you. Sink down a little bit deeper in your knees. Bring your elbows a little bit closer together. From here, I'm going to turn profile so you can see what I'm doing. Elbows are high, weights are on your hips. You're going to extend your arms straight and then tap your bum with those weights. Extend and bend. Extend and bend. Reach. So try to keep the elbows high, the elbows pulling towards one another. Extend and bend. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it out on 1. Keep your arms nice and long. Tiny lifts up, up. Think triceps to the ceiling. Lift 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last set. Squeeze them in like you're trying to clap your hands. Press, press. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let your arms come down. Slowly drop your head. Just round your spine. Let the weights help add to the stretch. Shake your head right and left a few times. Soften the knees to place your weights on the floor. Slowly roll yourselves up. And let's stretch out the arms a little bit. So separate your feet a little bit wider than your hips. Reach your arms up to the ceiling. Bend your right arm behind your back like you're trying to reach between the shoulder blades. Left hand to the right elbow. Head up and back, shoulders down. Soften your knees and stretch up and over to the left. Think armpit to the ceiling. Lengthen back up. Take that same arm. Your right arm is going to come across the chest. Hook your left elbow over it. Shoulders out of the ears. Gently pull your arm to the left. Turn your head to the right. Drop your right shoulder down even more. Release the arms. Reach them back up to the ceiling. This time, left hand reaches back between your shoulder blades. Right hand to the left elbow. Head up and back, shoulders down. Soften the knees. Stretch up and over to the right. Lengthen back up. Release your left arm, sweep it across the chest. Right elbow hooks over. Shoulders out of the ears. Gently pull your arm to the right. Turn your head to the left. Drop your left shoulder. Release your arms. Clasp your hands behind your back. Extend your arms, lift through the chest. Stay right here. If you want to, soften the knees. Slowly hinge forward, letting your head drop to the floor and your arms drop towards the floor as well. Release your arms, soften your knees, and slowly roll up. And let's head to the bar.
Okay.
All right, let me get these out of the way. All right, so we're gonna start out profile in our small V or small first position. So heels are together, toes are just slightly apart. Watch your turnout here. So we're not going into a true ballet first, it's a more narrow V. Toes are about a fist distance apart, so that's a good way to measure. Outside hand on your hip or down by your side, whatever is more comfortable for you. Hover your heels up off the floor, keep your heels pressing together. The more you can squeeze your heels together, the more that connection is going to run all the way up through the center of your body and help you stay more stable. So curl the tailbone under, feel your glutes working, and again, think about the front of your rib cage pulling together so the whole body is lining up. From here, we're going to lower down and up in a strong plie. Bend, extend, bend, extend. Good. Think about going straight down and straight up. So even though we're trying to get low in the hips, the upper body stays nice and tall. So from tailbone to crown of the head, everything is really long, nice tall posture, like you're sliding down a wall. Bend, extend, bend, extend. Good, nice deep breaths. We're gonna add a pulse. We pulse down, 2, 3, all the way up. Down, 2, 3, and lift. Down, 2, 3, squeeze the heels. Down, 2, 3, stand taller. Down, 2, 3, 2 more. Down, 2, 3, last one. Down, 2, 3, lift. Bend the knees, come down to your working point. Drop your tailbone under. Again, try to find some length in the spine and tiny little pulses here. Press down and down. Squeezing through your heels. Try not to bounce. Nice and smooth. Keep breathing. Squeeze the heels. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, down for 2 counts. Down, 2, up, 2. Down, 2, up. Try to keep your knees bent. Down, 2, up, 2. I don't care how low you go. Just try not to straighten the legs. Down, 2, up, 2. 3 more. Down, down, up, up. 2. Down, down, up. Last one. Take it down and hold. Now curl the tailbone under. Curl, release. Curl, release. Make sure you're rolling the pelvis forward and then releasing it back to neutral. You don't want to stick your tailbone all the way out behind you because then you'll just work into the low back. So tuck, release. Tuck, release. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold, just hold. Deep breath. See if you can come down 2 more inches. Nice and slow. We're gonna go down an inch, up an inch. Down, up. Make it as small and controlled as you can. Deep breath here. Down an inch, up an inch. 8, 7, 6. Shaking is good. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it low on 1. Hold it. Take that outside arm, reach it up to the ceiling. Squeeze your heels, drop your tailbone. Can you come down 1 more inch? Other arm comes up, shoulders down. Just breathe for 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up. Woo, shake it out. Nicely done. All right, stay where you are. We're just gonna step out into a wide second position. All that means is you want your legs wider than your hips. And you wanna make sure there's a diagonal rotation to your feet, meaning you don't want them all the way turned out to 9 and 3. Think more like 10 and 2. And it's gonna vary how wide or narrow you want your feet. Play around with the position that gives you your best form. So lifting up nice and tall. Again, outside hand can be on your hip or down by your side. Bend your knees, sink down to your working level. So really pay attention to what your booty is doing here. The tendency is to stick the tail out and drop your chest so you can get really low. Not really what we want. You want to keep your posture nice and tall. Tailbone drops straight down towards the floor, and then you bend from there. Good, and start to pulse it down. Press, press. Really dig through your heels here. Keep pulling your shoulders back over your hips. Neck is long. Collarbone towards the ceiling. And press, and press. Good, maybe go a little bit lower. Make it a little bit smaller for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it low. Now push your thighs back, back. Think about where your thigh fits in towards your hip. The movement comes from there. It's back and back. Press, press. Keep sinking low. Think about tailbone curling under as the thighs push back. So a lot of opposition to create a lot of resistance. Squeeze 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's move the feet. Lift the right heel, then left heel. Right and left. Just rolling through the feet. Your hips stay nice and centered, so you're not riding side to side, just moving through the legs. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now both heels left, up, push down, up, down, lift, lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold them high, lengthen to straight legs and bend. Lift and lower. Good. You can always lower the heels if you need to. Lift and lower. Stand up nice and tall as you extend the legs. Crown of the head to the ceiling. Straight up and straight down. Lift and bend. Lift and bend. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it low on 1. Push your heels back down to the floor. Try to release the bar, both hands on your hips. Sink down as low as you can. Now as small as you can make it. Down an inch, up a half inch. Down, up, down, dig through your heels. Shoulders back, tailbone under. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold low on 1. Hold. Bring your right arm up to the ceiling. Lift your left heel. Tailbone under. Left arm up to the ceiling. See if you can peel your right heel up off the floor. Just hold. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way up. Shake it out. Deep breath.
Ooh,
how are we doing?
Good.
Good. All right. All right, let's shift our focus to the back of the body now. Staying profile to your bar, whatever your support is. Heels together, toes apart. So you're kind of back in that small V position. Now think about standing in the center of a clock. So your left leg is going to stay at the center of that clock. You're going to send your right leg back to 5 o'clock. So you're at the slightest diagonal back behind you. Now your standing leg is going to bend. So you want to stay in the muscles, not the joints. So you want to keep your knee joints soft. Tuck your tail under, feel your right glute work as you hover your right toes up off the floor. Pointing the toes as much as you can, right hand stays on your hip. Now watch that you don't turn your right hip all the way out. We're trying to keep the hips relatively square. So stay low in your standing leg, lengthen long through your back leg, tiny squeezes up and up and up. Good, so really think about this more as a glute squeeze rather than a leg lift. The only reason your leg is moving is because you're isolating and contracting the right side of your seat. The only thing your leg is in charge of is staying as straight and as strong as possible. Lift and lift. Squeeze, squeeze. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now little circles around, around. Keep the ankle nice and strong and straight around. And breathe. 4, 3, 2, reverse, around. Keep lengthening through the leg. Keep bending your standing leg. For 4, 3, 2. Now bend and press, bend and reach. Bend, reach. It's a teeny tiny bend, big extension. The work is on the length. Make that length come from your seat. Press out and out. Everything else is nice and stable. Chest is tall, abdominals in. Press, press. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold on 1. Flex your foot, turn it out. So toes reaching to the right, get a little bit lower and tiny lifts. Up, up, squeeze, squeeze. Good, try to relax the shoulders. Chest is open. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now squeeze it in towards the center line of the body. Think about squeezing your glutes together. Squeeze your upper inner thighs together. Squeeze in, press, press. Nice and small, hips are still. Last set, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the right foot down. Heels together, toes apart. Let's go right to this other side before we decide it's a bad idea. All right, so again, you're standing in the center of your clock. This time your left leg is gonna go back to 7 o'clock. So at that slight diagonal behind you. Soften into your standing leg a lot. That's also gonna give you space to curl your tailbone under to make sure you're not working into your low back. Hover your left toes up off the floor. Lengthen your left leg as much as you can. Get all the bend out of the back of the knee and tiny little squeezes up and up. Lift, lift. Good. Again, the only reason that leg is moving is because you're isolating and contracting the left side of your seat. Squeeze, squeeze. Release tension in the face, tension in the shoulders. Good. Get a little bit lower in your standing leg. Lengthen through the left leg as much as you can. Squeeze, squeeze. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now little circles. All right, all right. Control the movement. Try to keep your hips still, ankles long. 4, 3, 2, reverse. All right, all right. Chest is open. Keep breathing for 4, 3, 2. Now bend and press, bend and reach, bend, reach. So you just relax the knee and then lengthen back out. Tiny bend, big extension. Press, press. Maybe lift that leg a little bit higher. Bend your standing leg a little deeper. Press. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold on. 1. Flex your foot. Turn it out. Really push through your heel. Little squeezes up and lift. Keep that turn out going. Keep lengthening out through the heel. Tiny lifts. Up, up. Squeezing the left side of your seat. Lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Squeeze to the midline. Squeeze in. In. Squeeze your glutes together. Activate the upper inner thighs. Keep pushing through that left heel. Squeeze in. In. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Nice job, ladies. Let's take a standing quad stretch here. So right heel towards your seat. Reach back with your right hand. Grab onto your ankle or your foot. Sink down into your standing leg. Curl your tailbone under as you gently pull your right knee back. Lift your chest up and back. Good. Release from here. Other side. I'm going to turn to do the other side. Left heel to the seat. Reach back with your left hand, grabbing onto your foot or your ankle. Sink down low into your standing leg. Curl your tailbone under. Gently pull the knee back as you lift your chest up and back. And release from here. Nicely done. We're going to take it to the floor for the rest of the class. So let's come on to our left sides. Knees are bent, propped up on your forearm. So think about your knees being right in line with your hips, and your shins are stacked and parallel. You can stay up on your forearm, or you can come on down and just prop your head up with your hand. This is what I'm going to do. Sure. Lauren, you do whatever you want. All right, flex your feet here. Even though we're on our sides, you don't want to let your body sink into the floor just like you're chilling out watching TV. So think about trying to lift the left side up of your rib cage up off the floor. It may or may not be your reality depending on which position you're taking. But think about activating through your upper body. So tailbone curls under, Front of the rib cage is in, shoulders out of the ears. Your right fingertips can be on the floor for support. If you want more of a challenge, you can bring that hand onto your hip. Either way, you're gonna flex both of your feet, just lift your top leg to hip height. So not a lot of space between the knees, but the knees are not gonna touch. And from here, it's a tiny movement. It's up and down, up and down. So you go right above the hip and then back to the hip. So pretty small. Try to keep your hips square. The tendency is for that hip to rock back. Try to keep your hips stacked. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Shoulders down, upper body working. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold on, 1. Take it knee to knee, heel to heel. Knee to knee, heel to heel. Make this big, rotate from your hip. Good. Knee, heel, knee, heel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your knees back to parallel so that top knee is hip height. Now imagine riding the tiniest bicycle you can think of. Your top leg's gonna stay bent. You're gonna pedal forward and around, forward and around. Everything else staying nice and still. This is where it might start to get a little juicy, but it's working. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Now pedal backwards. You pull in and around. Keep it small. The leg stays bent the whole time. Hip height the whole time. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now big movement. You're going to pull the knee into your chest and then stretch the leg all the way out. Pull in and reach. Keep that foot flexed. Try to keep your upper body nice and long. Pull in and reach. In and reach. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it out on 1. Make that leg as long as you can. Think about the top of your waist getting longer. Now from your hip, hinge that leg forward. Woo! Keep reaching that leg longer. Tiny lifts. Last thing, up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Shake it out a little bit. All right. Let's go right to the other side. Coming onto the right side. And again, you can be on your forearm or you can prop your head up. Either way, though, you want to pull your knees forward so your knees are right in line with your hips. Feet are flexed. Left fingertips on the floor in front of you or maybe on your hip, just depending on your challenge level. Now lift your top leg so it's right at knee height. And from here, tiny lifts. It's up and down, up and down. So going just above hip height and then right level with the hip. It's up, then down, up, then down. Don't forget about the upper body here. Everything is working. Shoulders down, tailbone under, front of the rib cage together, abdominals engaged. Lift and lift, keeping the hips stacked. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold on 1. We take it knee to knee, heel to heel, knee, heel. Make it big, really rotating from the hip, knee to heel. Try to keep the upper body nice and still. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the legs back to parallel. Keep them flexed. Now ride that tiny back. Bring it forward and around. Good. Try to make sure the knees don't touch. Forward and around. Shoulders out of the ears. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now pedal backwards. Push forward, pull back. Keep the knee bent. The movement comes from the hip and the glute. Forward and around. Forward and around. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. one big movement. Knee comes into the chest, lengthen the leg out. Pull in, extend. In, extend. Again, try to keep that leg level with your hip the whole time. In and press. Pull in and press. 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it out on 1. Get that leg as long as you can. Push through your heel. From your hip, hinge that leg forward. Hip height. Keep reaching through the heel. Tiny lifts up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Nicely done. Come up to a seated position, and let's stretch that out. Extend your legs nice and long. Shake them out a little bit. Let's take a little butterfly stretch here. So knees are going to come open, bottoms of the feet together. Grab onto your ankles. Lift your chest up tall. Try to keep a flat back as you soften your elbows and hinge forward. Keep reaching forward with the chest, and when you can't keep a flat back anymore, round forward. Walk your hands out in front of you. Let your head drop between your arms. Slowly roll up. Extend your legs out nice and long. Bend your right knee and step your right foot to the outside of your left leg. You can keep your left leg long, or you can curl it underneath you. Either way, you want to try to anchor your right hip down into the floor. Hug your knee in with your left arm and sit up tall. Send your right arm up to the ceiling and then twist open, bringing your right hand to the floor behind you. Push into the floor to lift your chest up even more. Hug your knee in a little tighter and then twist, maybe looking over your right shoulder. Come through center and twist to the left for a counter stretch. Right hand coming to the inside of the leg, left hand coming to the floor behind you, and sit up tall and rotate. Back to center, and let's switch that out. Extend the legs. Other side, left knee bent, step the left foot to the outside of the right leg. You can keep your right leg long, or you can bend it underneath you. Either way though, make sure you're pushing your left hip down into the floor. Hug the knee in with your right arm, sit up tall. Left arm reaches up to the ceiling, twist open, bringing the left hand back behind you. Push into the floor to sit up a little bit taller. Hug the knee in, maybe look over your left shoulder. Come through center, start to twist to the right for a counter stretch. Left hand to the inside of the knee, right hand to the floor behind you. Lift up tall and rotate. Back to center, uncross the legs, shake them out a little bit. And let's finish with some ab work. So we're going to turn profile so you can see what we're doing. Extend your legs out nice and long, arms forward. Tuck your tailbone under, roll all the way down. Bring your hands behind your head, one hand stacked over the other. Cross your right ankle over your left. Activate your whole body here so your legs are hugging together. And then try to curl your tailbone under as if you're trying to push your back into the mat and getting the front of the rib cage and the upper abdominals working. Big inhale, exhale, curl your head and shoulders up so you're looking at your toes. This is your lowest point. Your head and shoulders will stay off the floor. Slow curls, lift and lower. Lift and lower. Elbows nice and wide, feeling the weight of your head in your hands. Lift and lower. 3, 2, hold it up on 1, tiny crunches here. Lift 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up on 1. Bend your right knee, step your right foot to the outside of your left leg. Hug your inner thighs, re-scoop the belly, and again, start with slow curls. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Belly button to the spine, elbows open, wide. 4 more, 4, 3, 2, hold it up on 1, tiny little crunches for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up on 1. This time as we curl slow, we're going to pull the knee towards the chest. Curl in, then tap the toes. Curl in, tap the toes. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, hold on one. Bring your hands behind your right thigh. Use your arms to curl up a little deeper. Knee comes parallel. You can keep your right knee bent, or you can extend it up to the ceiling. Scoop the belly down, try to curl up a little bit deeper, and tiny lifts here. Lift, lift, lift. Good, you can stay right here, or maybe hover your left leg off the floor. And finally, you can stay here, or reach your arms out long for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees and relax your head down. Turn your head side to side, release any tension in your neck. Come to center, and let's go right to the other side. Extend your legs long. Left ankle crosses over the right. Hands stack behind the head. Squeeze your legs together. Curl your tailbone under. Lift your head and shoulders up. Look at your toes. Controlled lifts. It's lift and lower. Lift, lower. Exhale on the lift. Elbows wide. Feel the weight of the head in your hands. For 3, 2, hold it up on 1. Tiny curls here. Lift 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold on 1. Bend your left knee. Step the left foot to the outside of the right leg. Squeeze your inner thighs. Controlled lifts. Here we go. Lift and lower. Exhale. Lift and reach. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, hold it up on 1. Tiny little lifts. Up 10, 9, 8, elbows wide. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up on 1. Now as we curl, the knee lifts. Lift up, tap the toes. Lift and tap. Exhale and tap. 4, 3, 2, hold it up on 1. Hands behind your left thigh. Use your arms to help scoop a little deeper. Bring that leg parallel. You can stay right here or extend your left leg long in tiny lifts here. Scoop, scoop. Think about dropping your belly button down to the floor. Elbows are out wide. You can stay here or hover your right leg. Lift, lift. And finally, you can stay here or arms reach out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees in. Let your head come down. Turn your head right to left. Slowly bring your feet down to the floor. Let your legs lengthen out long. Reach your arms all the way back behind you. Get a nice big stretch like someone's pulling you apart. Again, bend your knees. Pull your knees into your chest. This time grab on beneath your thighs. Curl your head and shoulders up and gently rock yourself up to sitting. Cross your ankles. We're going to come all the way forward into an all fours position. Let's do a couple cat and cows here. So on an inhale, let your belly drop, tailbone to the sky, look up towards the ceiling. Exhale, drop your chin, tailbone curls under, and round your spine up to the ceiling. One more. Inhale, open everything out. Exhale, curl everything under. Try to find your neutral spine here. Tuck your tailbone, or excuse me, tuck your toes under and gently push your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Drop your head between your arms. Let your chest reach down towards your thighs. Maybe pedal out your legs a little bit, lifting one heel and then the other. Good. Even that out. Try to push both heels down towards the floor. Soften the knees if you need to. Walk your hands back to your feet. And just hang out in a forward fold for a second. Let your arms be heavy. Head is heavy. Soften the knees. Fire up your abdominals and your hamstrings and slowly roll up. Stacking your knees over your ankles. Hips over your knees. Shoulders over hips. And ears over shoulders. Thank you so much, Lauren, and thank you, everybody. Hope you enjoyed our bar class.
Thanks so much, Courtney.
My pleasure.